Other things that you mentioned earlier was you're not looking for an Amero to come in, and I couldn't agree with you more. I don't see how they can do it right now. But you wrote something I'm going to quote from the International Forecaster that I found to be extraordinarily important. The U.S. can never recover unless trade tariffs on goods and services are implemented. Without that, America is doomed to be a second world nation, as is England. Even with tariffs, debt default has to happen, and it'll happen. It will occur within the next 3 years. No way out. This is why, during the inflationary and hyperinflationary period, you have to be almost totally in gold and silver-related assets, eventually only in gold bullion coins. So the trade tariffs on goods and services, are they going to be putting them up? I think they're going to be doing it all over the world as people are clamoring to protect any industry they have left. And, of course, our industry, manufacturing's gone from 28% of gross domestic product down to 11%. We don't have much manufacturing left to protect, do we?
No, and that means we can't recover. So what will happen is that, and it's already begun, we have China, Russia, and some other countries have begun using tariffs, which they hadn't used before. And, of course, we're subsidizing General Motors and Chrysler, so that's a form of protection of industry, and just like protective tariffs are. And so we've begun as well. But what's going to happen is smaller nations, third worlds, the second-tier nations, are going to begin to charge tariffs and make bigger subsidies to their industries. It's going to spread. It's going to get worse than it is already for America, which can't compete because we don't have slave labor in America. And so the U.S. Congress will ultimately be forced to follow the lead of other nations in enacting tariffs officially. But that's not going to happen probably for 2 or 3 years. And it's going to happen at the same time probably that hyperinflation ends and real hardcore deflation and depression begin. I believe that we have begun depression in America. I predicted 2 years ago, as of 2 weeks from now, in February, 2 years ago, that we entered the recession. As far as I know, I'm the only one who did so, and I was right. Some people come by
you were
about a year later
correct.
and said the same thing, but that's okay. The point is we're entering depression now, and it won't become visible for 2 or 3 or 4 years, depending upon when hyperinflation collapses.